something different.
Hmm.
Yes, yes. Hmm. So, so yes, you can see all the genes by list also, something here. See, for example, in hippo pathway, there is CRB, PARD3, PRD6, PRKCZ, PRKCI, INADL, MPP5, MOT, YUP1, something like this. In the same way, you can go for Wnt signaling, which is here. This is what I wanted to show you.
Okay.
What are the genes or proteins which belongs to Wnt signaling pathways?
Okay.
Is it clear now?
Yeah.
Okay. So now, do you have any questions which you need to basically ask here? Because this is very basic thing where you must need to ask some questions.
I think in regards of like database, uh, like I don't have any question, but like what data we usually use? We usually take the sequence, right? It's like for our experiment, we'll take the sequence and
Depending
we'll.
on your need.
Okay.
So now my question is, for example, mm, let's say I'm just trying to get you some samples. For example, I selected some samples randomly. Okay.
Hmm. Hmm.
And now, if you want to start some kind of analysis,
Hmm.
then there is one of the biggest database called Panther database. Do you know what is the use of this Panther DB?
No.
No. So this is basically giving you all the information of the genes in terms of functions also,
Okay.
and many more things.
Okay.
So this is like Panther database where you just clicked on like a home page, and then you paste your genes which I copied from my list,
Hmm.
and here you need to select in the second option organism, that is Homo sapiens.
Yeah.
Then you go for functional classification view of the gene list. Second option you can click, that will be better.
Hmm.
And select here pie chart instead of bar chart, or it depends on your wish.
Okay.
So you can select anything. Now we got molecular function. We will be getting everything: biological process, cellular component, protein classes, and pathways. So now we need pathway. And these are the pathways where the selected genes belong.
Okay.
And this is just a chart, and these are the pathway names. This is the easiest way to proceed for analysis.
Okay.
Now, we need to also see for the protein classes, what are the classes of proteins? So, for example, green color is in higher percentage, and that is protein modifying enzymes. Then it is saying metabolite interconversion enzyme, and yellow is basically protein binding affinity modulator, and this the color is a scaffold or adapter proteins. Then it is cell adhesion molecules, metabolites, many more things are present here. Now, cell molecular function, biological process, cellular component. So if we are saying What are these things? I'm just asking you. First three terms. What is it?
First one was molecular something, right?
I'm coming here.
Yeah, molecular function.
Yes, just 1 minute.
Yeah.
Because this is a very important thing
Okay.
to clarify. What are the first three terms? Molecular functions, biological process, cellular components.
Okay.
I do you know this thing?
As I can understand, molecular function means how gene is
No, no, no,
regulated.
no, no. Are you aware of such a functional analysis or not?
Oh no.
No. This is what I'm asking.
Okay.
Yes. So, yes. This is like normally, if we say it, we call it as gene ontology or GO terms. Do you understand here now?
Yeah.
So this is also one of the way to analyze biological function. Okay.
Yeah.
And then it comes to this one, protein class. What it is? Normally we call it protein classification. Are you aware of protein classification?
Uh, if you give me some hint, I can I don't know what you mean.
Yes. Protein classification mostly is based on domain
Yeah.
function,
Hmm.
something like this. You, you might have heard something CATH, class, architecture, topology, and something homology.
Okay.
That. Then there are more ways of classification, like there are some software called PFAM, protein family
Hmm.
software. There you put the protein sequences, it will predict the class of the protein. Class of the protein determines the biological function of each protein. Now, pathway which I was showing you on this KEGG database, such as KEGG something else. Okay.
Yeah.
So all these things are meant for functional analysis. Any issues, anything which you have any slight confusion?
Uh, no.
No. Okay. So,
I'm not aware of a gene ontology, but if I search it, I will find it. I can understand later. So, I heard that ontology, but I haven't been through. What does that mean?
okay, okay. Just a minute. Mhm. Biological function analysis can be said.
Hmm.
I think we can say. Is it clear now?
Yeah.
Perfect. So these are very fundamentals which you need to learn or know in the beginning of your work. This is for bioinformaticians
Okay.
and or to become a bioinformatician.
Okay.
Now, do you think that anything was boring in these discussion?
Not at all, bro.
Okay. No, no, I'm professionally talking here.
No, no,
So
no, no. Honestly
be
speaking,
very
like,
clear if there is something boring,
yeah.
something which is kind of that you think that you knew it is just repetition here.
No, 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 no. Honestly speaking, no.
So now I am going for something which will be some implementation part.
Okay.
Is it okay now?
Yeah.
But today I will be just giving you some basic idea of implementation part for what you will be learning with us in the entire training period.
Okay.
Okay. The reason why I'm introducing this thing just on the second day is that I also want that you should be able to publish some work
Yeah.
uh, on time.
Yeah.
Okay. So you will have enough time in between during the learning phase to implement and develop your own manuscript data. Otherwise, you won't be able to learn programming or bioinformatics because you are fully aware that in the past you have attended some courses and training programs related to bioinformatics, but you will rarely find it useful in terms of application.
Yeah.
It
Like
is,
they mostly like like they show the process,
yes,
and
yes,
they tell me like if you want to learn bioinformatics really, then
mm,
you have to implement it in your project. If
yes,
you do a project, then it would be easier for you and
yes.
comprehend this for a long term.
The reason is why they are so saying this because they are themselves not that big bioinformatician first thing and not a good tutor also. I say that I don't care if you implement or not. As long as you are working with me, you will be learning everything. And in the future, whenever you will need it, its application, you will always be able to implement as well as present yourself that you know the bioinformatics or data analysis things or coding things.
Yeah.
That is the real meaning of training
Yeah.
or learning. For example, my teacher used to say in India, in every class, whenever I was asked saying that I do not understand anything, he used to say, in the next class, you will learn, in the next class. In the same way, he passed one semester. Then in the next semester, in second semester, on the first day of his first class, I asked again the question. He said, you will learn. You have already learned in the last semester. When he said this, then I was so angry. I said, you were saying for last 6 months you will learn in the next class, next class. I never learned programming. Now you are saying that you will learn more in the next classes and you have already learned in the last class semester.
Yeah.
That means I have been cheated.
Yeah.
And he